God, he's so good. He's so good.
And he, people take different approaches. They talk smack, get fights. There's a whole different ways to do it. He's so respectful. And so nice.
Yes.
And it's like, I mean, whatever, I guess it's different for everybody, but man, he's got something that's working right now, and he's hard not to root for.
Yeah.
Then he gets rocked.
Yeah.
Gets rocked twice by Gaethje, who's got, hands of stone, and still comes back and wins.
Well, here's what's interesting about Charles Oliveira. When Charles Oliveira fights, even though he's the champion, he fights like a berserker. He puts himself in danger. Like, he doesn't fight safe. He doesn't fight to try to outpoint you. He doesn't fight tactically, like where he's trying to get, the least amount of damage and drag you into deep water and then strategically try to take you out the fourth and fifth round. No. From the moment the first bell rings, he's coming at you.
Engaging,
guns blazing.
Yeah.
And Gaethje was coming at him too, but it's like Gaethje was overwhelmed by Oliveira's pace and his aggression. It's why, and even when Gaethje cracked him, Oliveira's so different than anybody else. When he gets hit, he just lays on his back.
Yeah.
And he's like, come get some of this. And nobody wants that guard game.
He gets a break.
So he's got the most submissions in the history of the sport.
He recovers.
Yes, because nobody wants to go to the ground with him.
Normally, guys would just come bombing in.
No, you don't want that ground game.
Yeah.
His ground game is so elite. It's so good. Anyone compete in MMA that closes the show like Oliveira when the fight goes to the ground. His shit is razor sharp. Look at some of the losses that Oliveira had. You can't look at those. You got to look at the wins. You got to look at who he is now. Don't look at who he is 5 years ago or 6 years ago. Look who he is right now.
Is that the last time he lost?
I don't think it's that long ago. He had a fight with Felder, and he caught Felder, I believe, in a guillotine. And then Felder got out of it and smashed him and stopped him. But Felder's the fucking man. So this is Felder. So Oliveira's got his leg here. He came really close to a leg lock, but Felder can grapple. And he's also very strong and very big for the weight class. So Felder eventually wound up on top, and Felder beat the fuck out of him on top. Look at these nasty smashing elbows from the guard. Felder's his last loss. So that was 2017. But who he is right now, though, right now, that guy is the fucking man. That's who he is.
That's fight like Khabib. And I was like,
Islam Makhachev? Yeah.
Yes. And I was like wondering, like, if a guy would hold me down like that, like the whole fight wouldn't be able to do anything, what would I do?
That dude's a bad man.
Yeah.
Islam's, he's for real. That grappling is serious. Cause
there's no question.
Yeah.
He's on a 10-fight win streak as it is.
And he looks like a monster. I mean, it seems like for Makhachev, he's looked so good. The way he looked against Drew Dober, the way he looked against Dan Hooker, he's a fucking killer, man.
I talked myself into thinking that Bobby Green was going to have a real shot in that fight. I thought, you look at the wrestling that Bobby's got. He's going to come into this one with no pressure. He's got nothing to lose. Everybody's already kissing his ass. Wow, what a warrior, stepping up last minute. He can box. He's got experience. I'm like, Bobby Green might do this. He fucking went straight through him like he was nothing. No offense, Bobby. But
he's an animal. I would like to see Bobby Green fight him with a full camp. When Bobby Green had just gotten off of the fight Hasparat, and he fought a tough fight, goes the full distance, 3 rounds, and then right after that, it's like a short amount of time later, he gets 10 days notice to fight Makhachev, and I think he was like 190 something before he began the cut.
Well, the thing is, what was so impressive about Makhachev was because, you're up against the fence, you're fighting for underhooks and all the rest of it, and that typically becomes a little bit of a stalemate there. But when he level changed from having an underhook, level changed to the legs, people try and do that, but normally some people get an underhook in, and that's it, you can't get it. But the speed of what Islam did it in was just, it was like lightning. It was just jump.
His
and he
control
had his hands together
too.
It's him and Khabib are scary that way because after that fight, I went back and watched like all his highlights. There's a predator like precision with. As soon as you give him an opening, it's a.
We tried to make that the Dariush fight, broke his ankle. That fight makes sense in Abu Dhabi. Everybody wanted to do it. I think everybody wanted to see it. So here we are.
Obviously, he's not officially champion, but will Charles still get the pay-per-view points? Have you worked that out yet?
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah. He's the champ, but
one of those things.
Technically, he's not the champ.
You watch how that motherfucker attacks people. There's a reckless abandon to his calculated wildness. That is, it's terrifying. He's something special, and he's better all the time. He's a man with a plan, right? He's trying to be the UFC lightweight champion, so he's probably not getting too out of shit. Yeah, he's got a real good shot, but Oliveira is so technical, man. He's so beautiful the way he moves, man. Everything he does is perfect. Like his jiu-jitsu's perfect, his striking's perfect.
Yeah. But he's like a flamingo. He's like that violent flamingo.
Flamingo.
To me, in a way, you know, when I see him, he's more of a. It has almost a ballet to it, and I don't mean that in like a negative term. That guy's a real tough and talented man.
I know what you're saying. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's very technical. Like his everything he throws is like his punches, his kicks, even his submissions. It's all perfect technique.
Yeah.
He's one of the most interesting guys to watch for me because. You know, he never is out of position. He never like winds up like wild and throws like big crazy shit. Yeah. You know, everything is like straight down the pipe. Everything is perfect position. Like if you were gonna study a striker or even a grappler, or you just want to study someone's technique, Oliveira is a great guy to study.
About red zone, and I agree with him. You cannot go to the Charles Oliveira red zone. This guy is real finisher. He's very dangerous. But Charles is very, very dangerous opponent. And we know, it's like right now he's real champion. And because he have 9 win streak, you know, he beat Tony Ferguson. He finished 8 guys, you know, and it's very interesting fight for me.
I think we saw a new wrinkle to Oliveira as well. Before, if he was down, he just couldn't rally himself back into the fight. This fight, he was down, almost finished in the first, came back. So he's showing he's a true champion. And this guy has,
I'm gonna jump on
he paid his dues.
No,
listen, they want to take it to Abu Dhabi. First off, I'm not crazy about the judging in Abu Dhabi. I'm not. I think that it favors Islam Makhachev. I've even got some evidence of it. He said, and why should Charles, the champion, have to go into enemy territory for a defense? He's the champion. Come to Brazil and fight us. Now, that isn't how this sport works. That's not how Dana, you can't get all of these. Don't think you have to tell me these things. I like the point. I accepted it.
About Charles Oliveira, I love the fact that he's a jiu-jitsu black belt and his jiu-jitsu is unorthodox. I love all that.
Yeah,
but
dude, I'm really impressed with
Oliveira
stand-up.
don't give a fuck.
But it's just a technique. It's not that he doesn't give a fuck. He definitely
comes
doesn't.
forward.
But it's also his technique. His technique's super sharp. Look at that uppercut.
Look at
There's
that
there's no fat to any of this.
But look at him stay in the pocket too and read it and everything. It's so good.
Look at that front kick up the middle to the chin.
No telegraphing. It just comes back.
Exactly, Eddie.
Oliveira for the title, and just, you know, the hard style to figure out. He's just so good, man.
Everything's good with that guy.